What's up guys, Paul here from Ecommerce Gold. I hope you're all having an awesome day. Now in this video we're going to be comparing two kind of alternative options for building e-commerce websites. We're going to be looking at Big Cartel and Ecwid, and to compare these platforms we're going to be looking at 6 different things. We're going to be looking at the pricing, the features, the theme selection and customization, the support options, the hosting and performance, before finally looking at a quick overview of how easy these platforms are to use. So make sure you stick around in this video because there's going to be lots of different things that I cover. So with the introduction out of the way, let's jump into this comparison. So as I said, the first thing we're going to be looking at in this video is the pricing of the two platforms. Now for this video, I'm just going to be looking at the paid options, but both platforms do a free package. And if you want me to do a side-by-side comparison of the free package, let me know in the comments below and I will make that video for you. Now, as I say, we're just going to be looking at the paid packages. Now with Big Cartel, paid packages start from $9.99 and they've got a $19.99 and a $29.99. That is their 3 packages. In comparison, Ecwid have a much larger range in terms of pricing. They've got a $15 package, a $35 package and a $99 package. But you do get savings of these if you buy annually. Now, what's the difference between the two packages? Well, as you can see on screen, they're pretty even in terms of what you get. But the main thing with Big Cartel is they don't give all the information of what's included with their package. And this is a recurring theme with the Big Cartel platform because they're just not that upfront and forward with their information. So for this, I couldn't find out what the bandwidth restrictions are, if there are any, and also what the data storage is. This isn't an issue with Ecwid because I know you get unlimited data storage and unlimited bandwidth on all of their packages. But when it comes to the differences between the paid packages on both platforms, with Big Cartel, the only real difference I could find was the amount of products you were able to list. It does seem as if you get the same features on their $9.99 package and their top $29.99 package. This seems to offer the same features, but the only real difference is the amount of products you can list, because on the basic package, which is $9.99, you can list 50 products, and on their top package you can list 500 products. But with Ecwid, there is distinct differences between the packages. One, they do have product limits. So with the venture package you do get 100 products, with the business package you get 2,500, and unlimited you get unlimited. Pretty self-explanatory. But with every package as you move up, you also get access to more features on the platform, which means as your business starts to grow, you get more features to help your business grow, which kind of makes sense to me and is an incentive to move up through the packages. But as I say, with Big Cartel, it just seems to be the amount of products you can list rather than the amount of features. So that is the main differences between the pricing of the two platforms. Now for this comparison video, I'm going to be looking at the entry-level paid packages on both platforms because they do line up pretty well, and also it's going to be where most people start when they're getting started with either platform. So I thought it made a good baseline for this comparison. So the second thing I'm going to be looking at is the features that both of these platforms offer. Now, as I mentioned in the pricing with Big Cartel, they're not that upfront with the kind of features you get with the platform, which is a little bit disappointing, especially when you're planning on building an e-commerce business. But what I managed to find after reading through the Big Cartel website numerous times and actually trying the platform out was you get the following features. You get Google Analytics, real-time statistics, inventory tracking, discount codes, shipment tracking, and bulk editing. That is pretty much it. There's no kind of real breakdown of what the features are. But one thing you do get with Big Cartel is you get basically access to their app marketplace, and this provides integration with many different third-party kind of platforms, so things like Printful for print on demand, and there's also options in there to add like digital products and things like that. But most of these actual apps are paid options, so this is going to be on top of your monthly Big Cartel fee, and if you're not careful it can make Big Cartel become quite expensive quite quickly just to have some features that are included on other platforms as standard. So this is one thing you do want to be aware of. Now when it comes to features, Ecwid is very upfront and honest. They have a great page where they list all their features. So with the Ecwid Venture package you get a lot of features. So you get one-tap checkout with if you've got Apple Pay enabled, you can schedule order pickups, you can sell digital products from the actual core Ecwid platform. You can have discount coupons, gift cards, and you have a secure PCI compliant checkout. Now, one of the great features of the Ecwid platform is multi-channel selling. And what you can do is you can actually have Ecwid as kind of your central point to sell on multiple channels. So you can sell through your website, which you can build on Ecwid. You can also sell through social media platforms. So you can sell through Instagram, and you can also sell through Facebook. So if you have a large audience on any of those platforms, you can start monetizing them using the Ecwid platform. It's really good, and it's a really versatile platform in this sense. And another big difference between Ecwid and Big Cartel is the amount of payment gateways you get. Big Cartel is very limited in terms of options. You've basically got PayPal and a credit card processor, which is going to be enough for most platforms, but it doesn't give you much choice. This isn't the case with Ecwid. Ecwid integrates with many different payment processors from around the world because it is a truly global platform. You can have things like PayPal, Stripe, WorldPay, Square, Apple Pay, Authorize.net to checkout. All these different types of payment gateways that you might be using for your business, there's a chance that it's going to be integrated with Ecwid. So the selection of payment gateways is really good for a platform that's got such a low entry price. It really is a good selection of payment gateways. And as with Big Cartel, you also get access to Ecwid's app marketplace, which has a much larger selection than there is available in Big Cartel. And within this app marketplace, there's a selection of free apps, and there's also a selection of paid apps. Some of these add functionality to the Ecwid site, others integrate with third-party platforms. So there is a really good selection out there. Now, say some of these are paid options, so you do need to be aware that this is going to be on top of your Ecwid monthly charge if you do want to use some of these apps. So section number 3 is theme selection and customization. And this is a really important part of building an e-commerce website because you want the look and feel of your website to match your business and brand. So what do both of these platforms offer? Now, the theme selection with Big Cartel is actually pretty good. Even though it's quite small, there's 18 themes to choose from. As you can see, they're very well designed. They've all got different looks and feels to them. There's lots of different design options, and there should be something that kind of fits your brand. But what about when it comes to customizing it? Can you take basically a standard theme and really make it fit your business and brand? Well, in my opinion, theme customization on Big Cartel isn't great. Yes, there are quite a few options out there. So you can change your logo, you can change background image, you can add a promo image, and you can change lots of colors on the site. And then you get some options for some layout options, and you get some kind of text options within the Big Cartel platform. But there's not really that much control you have over the look and feel of your site. There's not a kind of page builder element going onto it. So you can't add separate sections to your homepage. So if you wanted to add a content section, you can't really do that on Big Cartel, which is a little bit disappointing because it's just a simple thing that could be added that would make the Big Cartel theme customizer so much better. But what's this like on Ecwid? Well, Ecwid isn't particularly great in this sense either. Now, when it comes to themes, they say there's a large theme selection, and these are some of the themes you get, but they're not truly themes in my opinion, because basically they're just headers. So I've got this Soulmate one selected at the moment, and if you look at what my homepage looks like, this is what it looks like, how I've set it up. If we change this theme, so if we change it to Playroom, let's use this theme, we'll change it, and as you see, scroll down, the rest of the page looks exactly the same. When it comes to like the theme selection, basically they're just headers. They're not complete themes in the way you get with other platforms, especially like with Big Cartel, where it changes the complete look and feel of the whole website. Instead, it just changes the header and changes the font options. So while it's not bad, it's not great either. But you do get more control over the look and feel of your site because you can arrange the sections, and what you can do is you can actually hide sections from your homepage, and you can also rearrange these, so you can drag and drop them so they fit where you want them to on the page. This gives you much more control over the look of your website. It'd just be nice to have an additional set of sections that you could add into your Ecwid site so that you could really customize the look and feel of your website. Just a few more options, a few more content options, maybe some e-commerce related ones. It would just give that little bit more control over the look and feel of your site. Now, there are other things you can do within Ecwid. So if you actually come out of the theme customizer and go back into your Ecwid dashboard, you can actually go down to the design options. And this gives you control over the look of your kind of product pages. So you can change image sizes, you can change aspect ratios, you can change layout options. There are many more options when it comes to theme customization within Ecwid than there is with Big Cartel. So even though it's still not the best on the market, it does give you more control over the look and feel of your site than it does with Big Cartel. So section number 4 is the support options available for you as the user. Now, this is one of the reasons why people go with a fully hosted e-commerce platform, because they want to know there's somebody they can contact should things start to go wrong with their website. Now, with Big Cartel, you are quite limited when it comes to support options, because you can basically submit an email ticket. That is the only support options that they offer, and this doesn't matter whether you're on the free plan or you're on their top titanium plan. It's the same support options. There's no options for live chat or over the phone, any other support options other than email tickets. This is a bit of a letdown for me, because if you've got a problem that you want to get resolved immediately, sometimes you want to know that you can contact someone directly and you're not going to be waiting for an email response. So for me, it's just a little bit too slim on the support options. Now, with Ecwid's Venture package, you do also get quite limited support options, but you get access to their live chat, which means if there's somebody available on the other end of the chat, you're going to get your issue resolved pretty quickly. Now, as you move up through the packages, you do get access to more support options, and this includes email support tickets and over the phone. And on their unlimited package, you do get access to priority support as well. So say when you move up through the packages, you do get more options. This is something that doesn't happen with Big Cartel, unfortunately. So section number 5 is hosting and performance, and once again, Big Cartel weren't particularly open about this. In fact, all I could find out was that they include a free SSL certificate with every single package. I couldn't find anything about data storage, bandwidth, or even PCI compliance of their servers. Whereas Ecwid are the complete opposite of this. They're very upfront and honest about their hosting. So all of their websites are hosted on Amazon Web Services. All of them are PCI level 1 compliant. All content is delivered via CloudFront CDN, which means it doesn't matter where in the world you are, your content is going to be delivered quickly. You also get secure checkout with an SSL certificate, and you get unlimited bandwidth and data storage on every single package. This sounds awesome on paper. What does this actually mean in the real world? Well, what I like to do is I like to put these platforms to the test. But it was a little bit difficult to do this with Ecwid, because usually I take 3 customer example sites, but I could only find one that was actually running on Ecwid's website builder. All the others were integrations with things like WordPress, Wix and Squarespace. So for this, it's actually 3 Big Cartel websites up against 2 Ecwid websites, which are the one customer example site and also my demo website as well. But it still enabled me to do some testing. So what I did was I ran them through Pingdom's speed test tool using their Washington DC and San Francisco server, and also ran them through Pingdom's speed test tool once a day for 3 days, because this gives me a nice spread of data. So what were the results? Well, Big Cartel's hosting environment is really good. Even though there's not much information about it, it's really good. It averaged a load time in DC of 0.99 seconds, which is very fast. Averaged in 1.29 second load time in San Francisco, and scored really well on Google Mobile, which was 59 out of 100, and exceptionally well on desktop, which was 94 out of 100. Now, Ecwid performed very respectably. It scored a 1 second load time in DC and 1.63 seconds in San Francisco, which puts it just slightly slower than Big Cartel. But Big Cartel was the clear winner when it comes to Google, especially because the mobile was 59 compared to 25 with Ecwid, and Ecwid only got 42 out of 100 on desktop. So there is definitely room for improvement with Ecwid when it comes to their Google scores, but both platforms performed well, especially in terms of load time. So section number 6 is how easy are these platforms to use, and I've broke this down into 3 subsections. The first is how easy is it to get started and navigate your way around the dashboard. Second, how easy is it to manage your inventory, and third, how easy is it to manage your orders, because that's basically what you're going to be doing when you're running your e-commerce website. So the first thing is getting started, and getting started with Big Cartel is very easy. All you need is an email address and a creator password, and you can sign up for their free account. It's very simple to get started. Now, once you've gone through the sign up process, you'll be taken into your dashboard. But on your first sign in, it won't look like this. Instead, you're greeted by a setup guide, which obviously I've already been through and completed in order to test the platform out. But you need to complete this setup guide in order to be able to see your stats and things like this in your main dashboard. So you have to go through and set up your Big Cartel store properly before you can actually start using it as an e-commerce website, which does kind of make sense. But once you're in the dashboard, it's very simple to navigate around because there's not much going on in the dashboard. You've got your main admin dashboard, which kind of gives you an overview of your website. You've got your orders, your products, your discount settings, and then your account settings. That's it. It's very simple and it really doesn't take long to get started and start navigating your way around the Big Cartel dashboard. It's very easy and very simple to use. But what's this like to do with Ecwid? Well, Ecwid is just as simple to get started with. All you need is an email address and create a password, and you'll be able to sign up to their free account. Now, once you've gone through the sign up process, you'll be taken into your dashboard that looks pretty much like this. And what you'll see is you've got a setup guide which takes you through all of the settings you need to do to get your store set up basically. There are more advanced settings within the platform obviously, but this is a basic setup guide. So getting your social media set up, creating a product service, getting your checkout set up and things like that. Very good setup process. Even if it is quite short, it's very concise. Now the Ecwid dashboard is very simple to use. It's a bit more in depth than you get with Big Cartel because there's more options. So you've got a complete sidebar navigation menu with lots of settings. You can also manage your sales channels from within here as well. So you can manage your Facebook, you can manage your Instagram, things like that. So it's a very easy to use dashboard. It really doesn't take long to get up and running with it. There is more to learn than you get with Big Cartel because there's just more options, but it's very easy to use. So what about what it's like to manage your inventory? Well, what we'll do is we'll go back into Big Cartel, we'll go into products, and we'll look at the add new product page. And as with everything within the Big Cartel dashboard, it's very simple and it's very easy to use. You've just got your name, description, assign the product to a category, set the status of it, set the price. You can set some options if you want to, shipping, and it's good to go. Obviously add an image as well. It's a very simple add new product page and it really doesn't take long to add a new product to your Big Cartel store. Now when it comes to organizing your inventory, so creating say a product hierarchy, it's a little bit strange to do this within Big Cartel. So we'll go back into products and we'll create a new category. So we click on the three dots here, click manage categories, and we'll add one. And all you do is type the name. That is all you do, type the name, click save, and you're good to go. There's no kind of SEO, there's no descriptions you can add, images you can add, it's just the name of the category. But one thing you can't do within Big Cartel when it comes to setting up a hierarchy is you can't create parent and child categories, you can just create parent categories. So if you want to have a bit more of a complex kind of hierarchy for your products, you're going to struggle to do this in Big Cartel because it just doesn't have the functionality to do that. What's it like to actually manage your inventory? So you've got all your products listed, how do you manage them? Well, I'm only on the free account here, so I don't have the bulk editor available to me. But within the paid packages, you do get access to the bulk editor. So this means you can update your stock quantity quickly and easily from the product overview menu. So this saves you having to go in and edit each product one by one. So this is a very useful tool to have. But what's it like to do all of this within Ecwid? Well, within Ecwid, we'll go and add a new product. So we go to catalog and then we'll click add new product. Now, as you can see, there's many more options available within the new product page within Ecwid. This is because they've gone for a tab structure, and basically everything that was available within the single page on Big Cartel is on this first tab. So you set your name, your description, your price, stock availability, things like that. And then you can go through and add images, obviously. Then you can go through and create attributes, you can create options, files, you can set your taxes and shipping, you can set your SEO, related products, and then you can create a buy now button if you want to use it on a third-party platform. Now, when it comes to organizing your inventory, Ecwid does this a lot better than Big Cartel. So if we go into categories, we'll leave this page. What you can do is you can set up parent and child categories. So you can add a root category. As you can see, I've created these ones here. And then within these categories, you can add subcategories. This makes it really easy to create a good product hierarchy. Now, one thing that Ecwid doesn't do as well as Big Cartel is inventory management. So if we go back into the product overview menu, if we select all products and we go onto the bulk update, you can only enable, disable or export them. You can't update the inventory, you can't update the stock prices in bulk. You have to go and do this on a product by product basis, which is a bit frustrating if you've got a large product inventory. But there are apps available that enable you to do this, but these are paid for apps, so you're gonna have to pay for this on top of the Ecwid monthly charge. This is a bit of a letdown for me. I would have liked to have seen this functionality in Ecwid, because to me it's pretty basic functionality to be able to edit your products from the main product overview page. So a little bit of a letdown on that one for me. So what about when you have orders? Now unfortunately I can't show you how to do this in Big Cartel because I don't have any orders, and I can't manually create an order within Big Cartel. It just won't let me. I am trying to find a way to do this, and once I figure this out I will obviously update all these videos, but for the time being I can't show you how to do this unfortunately. But I can show you how to do this in Ecwid. So we'll go back into Ecwid, go into my sales, and we'll go into the order management page, which in my opinion Ecwid has one of the best order management systems of all the hosted e-commerce platforms out there. This is because there's so much you can do from the main order overview menu. So if we select the products, this will be the same if there was multiple orders here, and we can click the mass update drop down menu and we can print selected, we can export them, we can change the payment status, and we can change the fulfillment status. We can do all this from the main order overview menu. We don't have to go in and manage orders individually. So this is just going to save you so much time when you're managing your orders, because obviously you're going to have lots of orders with your e-commerce website. I'm sure you are. But in my opinion, it is just one of the best ones out there. It does compete with many other platforms. It's just really good being able to do everything in bulk rather than have to do it on an individual basis. So that is the 6 stages of my comparison. Now, before I give you my conclusion on these two platforms, I do just want to make a quick request from you. If you've enjoyed this video and if you found it helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you could smash that like button, because it really does help the channel out. Also, if you want to see more e-commerce related content, consider hitting that subscribe button as well, because I post videos on a weekly basis. So my conclusion of these two platforms, which one is the better option? For me, Ecwid does edge this one. It just feels like a more complete platform. There's more features and it feels like it's more scalable than you get with Big Cartel. This is because it has lots of e-commerce features, especially when you're moving up through the packages. And if you outgrow basically the Ecwid website builder, you can integrate it with other platforms. So you could move it so it's integrated with something like Wix or WordPress. So you could actually scale it to be much bigger than what you could do with just the basic Ecwid website builder. Now, Big Cartel isn't a bad platform. I'm not saying that at all, but for me, it just doesn't feel like it's finished yet. It doesn't feel like a polished product. It feels like there's just a few things missing from it. It's a bit limited on features and functionality. It feels like it has a lot of potential. It's just not quite there yet. So it'll be interesting to see if they do update the platform and they do add new features in the future. But as of the making of this video, Ecwid is the better out of the two for me. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. As I said, if you do enjoy this video, please smash the like button. Stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.